Welcome to another session of Parent University On Demand. Today, we're excited to have AP Thomas from Eastern with us to help us tackle the question that a lot of families have. How to support my child as they transition from 8th grade to 9th grade. So let's jump right into it.
My name is Monica Thomas, and I serve as the 9th grade Academy Assistant Principal here at Eastern High School. My job is to make sure that every 9th grader has a smooth transition and is successful in high school and beyond. Let's talk more about what makes 9th grade such an important year. 9th grade is called the make or break year for a reason. If a student is promoted to the 10th grade after their first year in high school, they have an 81% chance of graduating from high school in 4 years. If they do not get promoted in 1 year, they have a 22% chance of graduating from high school ever. People who graduate from high school earn, on average, $670 per week more than people who do not. In total, that adds up to $10,000 more of income each year. So, what makes 9th grade so challenging? Middle school is quite different from high school. In high school, letter grades earn credits. These credits are required for promotion and eventually graduation. Students often have a hard time understanding this concept of grades leading to credits for promotion and graduation. Our 14-year-olds live in the moment. Many do not think about the future or even about next week. They live in the right now, and that has to do with their brain development and how mature they are. The maturation rate in freshman year is both rapid and covers a large range. What does this mean? It means that they come as big 8th graders with a middle school mindset. They typically become true 9th graders in January and February, and they end the year as little 10th graders. These rapid changes in maturation mean they have different needs at different times in the year, and we must take care of all of them. Because the 9th grade year is important and the rapid changes children go through during this time, attendance truly matters. And it's important to avoid absences, whether an absence is excused or unexcused. So how can you support your child being successful in 9th grade? Being intentional about building habits around routines like getting up, getting organized for the day, anticipating what will happen and what they need to do. These are critical habits. These habits can help students get to school on time every day. And if they miss a day, children must know how to find out what they missed and how to make it up. Making up assignments can create an extra burden, which they may tend to avoid, which can snowball into an even greater bit of difficulty. We all tend to work together to support our 9th graders in building these successful habits. So, how can you try this at home? Start by identifying one habit to try, such as waking up at the same time each day to ensure they make it to school on time. Try starting with one habit and building other habits on top of that until your child has the habits and skills necessary to be present physically and mentally at school each day and every day.
Thank you so much for that information. That is a lot of really important information. I think you covered a lot of the questions that our families usually have, but I want to make sure I pull out 3 questions and just highlight them. The first question is about parents. 9th graders, they're teenagers. This question says, I try to talk to my child, but since they've become teenagers, it's hard to get anything from them. What can I say to them to start conversations at home?
Well, talking to teenagers can be hard. We have put together this 1-pager with sentence stems and questions you can ask your child to get the conversation going. Next time you speak with your child, try one of these conversation starters and just listen.
Thank you for your response, and that resource will be in the description box below. Another question that came in is, what are DCPS programs specific to support 9th graders, given that this is such a crucial year?
Yes, DCPS has so many programs to support 9th grade students since we know that this is the make or break year. One example of these supports is ninth grade academies, like the one I lead at Eastern. But other examples are schools having school counselors, social workers, restorative justice coordinators, and dean of students. We want to ensure we build a family to support the whole child. In addition, high schools have various community partners who provide additional supports for our students.
The final question we have is about that transition from 8th grade to 9th grade. This one says, my child struggled in 8th grade, and I'm concerned that they will have similar struggles in 9th grade. Who should I talk to at my child's school to make sure my child has the support they need to have the most successful 9th grade year?
The first person you should reach out to is your child's school counselor. They will be able to refer you to any additional resources to support your child.
Thank you. All right, so let's close this out. So we just shared a lot of information, a lot of really valuable information, but we know families are really busy and we covered a lot. If you had to think about the one thing, the most impactful action families can take to support their child as they transition from middle school to high school, what would that highest impact action be?
Well, it's important to talk to your teenager and listen to what they have to say. Keep an open dialogue during this transitional year. They need and want to be heard. We do not always have to understand, but we need to let them know we are here for them no matter what. That is the most important thing we can do to support a successful 9th grade year. Just know there will be ups and downs. Try to focus on the positive first. For example, if your team brings home an A, 3 C's, and an F, our tendency is to focus right now on the F. What is going on here? Instead, focus first on the A. What went right here? Then move on to other grades and see if what is going right here can be implemented in other classes. So I'll end by saying, listen, be patient, learn, and love.
A good note to end with. Well, thank you so much for being with us today, AP Thomas. We truly appreciate your time and everything that you've provided and shared with our families. Thank you for looking at this video. Please look at the description box to find the resources we mentioned throughout the video and a couple of additional resources. You'll also find a link to a survey. Please take about 2 minutes to answer the short survey. We want to know what was useful to you. We want to know if you have any follow-up questions. And as always, you can reach out to us via social media or via email at parentu@k12.dc.gov. Thank you.